She applied the same day I told her about it, and in less than a month, her work permit has been approved. Like, should I go on? Hello fam, welcome back to my channel. If you're new on this channel, you're very much welcome. My name is Anand. I'm happy to have you here. Please do well to click on the subscribe button. Down here is the red button. Also, there's a notification bell icon just beside the subscribe button. Please click on that so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video on this channel. Today we are here because of the good news. This good news, before I get into it, I want to quickly say that I'm planning to do some reconstruction on this channel. I figured out that I would love to do more of sit and talk videos like this because I hardly go out this day based on the fact that I work from home. So because of that, I'm trying to think of other things I can incorporate into this channel. So one of those things is that if you are going through anything in your life right now, immigration, marriage, anything, especially if you're in Canada and you want people to advise you, you want people to contribute, you want to know people's thoughts about what you're going through, please send me an email to the email you're seeing on the screen. I'm going to come here, do a video about it, and trust me, I have a lot of Canadian audience that they can contribute to whatever you're going through. You can even give you a recommendation. It's going to be obviously anonymous post. I'm not going to come here to mention anybody's name, but if you mention, let's say, I'm in Alberta and I've been going through this, I need to connect with other mothers, things like that, you'll get some recommendations in the comment section. People might actually come out to tell you, oh, I've been there before, this is what I did and how I was able to get out of that situation. Also, don't forget that I do consultation section on career transitioning. Please check the link below to book my consultation section. Yeah, so now let's get down to the video of today. So guys, I'm here to give you the good news about Canada IEC program. So this program is like Canadian government's program, but it only works for some countries that Canadian government have an agreement with. So if the country that you're a citizen of have an agreement with government of Canada regarding this IEC program, it means that you are eligible to move to Canada as a worker if you are within 18 years to 35 years. And to some countries, you have to be 18 years to 30 years. So this program will let you come into Canada without having any job offer. You're coming in with an open work permit, and when you get to Canada, you have the opportunity to look for a job as needed. But I'll get into the detail of the program as I go. So I'm going to read directly from the government website to kind of give you an overview of what this program is about. So it is a government program designed to help you gain valuable international work experience. That is number one. Improve your language skill in English and French. That is number two. Work in Canada and fund the trip of a lifetime. So basically, that is a summary of what this program is about according to Canadian IEC website. So basically, you can use this program to come to Canada to gain your work experience. Let's say you want to do an internship. Another thing you can use this program for is to migrate to Canada so that you can improve your language skills. But trust me, most people are using this program to actually move to Canada, and after which they are going to find their way to PR pathway while in Canada. Personally, I will not bring this program to you if I am not sure of how it works, or if I don't have people that have done this before and I know that it was successful. Anything I'm not sure of, I'm not bringing it here. That is one thing I want you guys to know. I just want to give you a quick short story, like just 1 minute story. Finland was not part of this program before, but recently Finland has been added to this program. I know a friend that has finished citizenship, and I told her about this program. She applied the same day I told her about it, and in less than a month, her work permit has been approved. Like, should I go on? Should I tell you about it more? Like, you guys, you don't want to miss out on this. So it's not all about you clicking the link in the description box. No, you need the details. You need to know how it works. The first requirement I've already told you. Of course, you need to be a citizen of any of the countries that have an agreement with Canada government regarding this program. I'm going to put the list of the countries for you to see. every country they have different requirements. Let's say you have to be 18 to 30. Some countries will be you have to be 18 to 35, and some countries will say, okay, you can only participate in this program just once. When you apply for work permit from some countries, you'll get 2 years work permit, while some other countries will be 1 year work permit. For Finland, you're going to get 1 year work permit if you apply for this program. Let me tell you how this works. If you apply for this program, you're basically going to join the pool. It's more or less like express entry pool, but the difference is that this is very, very fast. My friend that I told about this, she applied for that pool on Thursday, and a few days, maybe after 3 or 4 days, she got an invitation to apply, which is AIT. So if you want to go for this program, I would advise you to have all the necessary documents ready. The moment they send you an invitation to apply, they're going to give you 10 days, just 10 days to accept that invitation. I advise people not to accept the invitation immediately, because like in your mind you're going to accept the invitation, right? But just wait to gather more documents like police reports, so many things you need to do, because the moment you accept that invitation, you have just 20 days. They're going to give you just 20 days before you submit your work permit after you have accepted the invitation. So let's say you receive the invitation to apply today, wait like maybe after 8 days. The deadline will be 10 days for you to accept your invitation, but wait about 8 days. Use that 8 days to gather more documents, more everything you need. And then after you accept the invitation, they will send an email that now you have 20 days to submit your work permit. So within these 20 days, remember you still have to do your medicals, do this, do that, everything, gather every document. So you have to be ready before you even try to be in the pool. So another requirement for this is that you need to have a post-secondary school degree. It could be college degree, it could be university degree, but it has to be something higher than your high school, which is secondary school that we know in Nigeria. The only disadvantage to this program, but I won't totally say it's a disadvantage actually, is that your family are not allowed to accompany you to Canada with this program. But it's not a big deal, trust me. So let's assume you are a citizen of a country that has an agreement with Canada regarding this program, but your spouse is not a citizen of that country. What you can do is that you can come in, but after 3 months of getting a job, you can actually file for your spouse to come and join you under this program. The only thing is that they cannot come with you at that moment, but once you are here and you find a job, you can file for them to come and join you. Okay? Now, what happens if you are a citizen and your spouse is also a citizen? So what you can do in that case is that you apply for IEC, your spouse also apply for IEC. Both of you will be able to come with different IEC, so you can bring the family. So you might be wondering about your children. Your children doesn't have any problem. Every child is entitled to study in Canada. Make sure when you're filling your application, you mark that section that asks whether or not your spouse will be accompanying you. Let them know they're going to be accompanying you, and you can now write another letter, like a letter of explanation to say, okay, my spouse will be accompanying me. Your children can also come as a visitor. If they have the same citizenship as you, they can come as a visitor. And if your spouse doesn't have the citizenship of the country that can come into Canada visa free, you can actually file for them to join you later on. Okay, so it means it's not totally a downside, but the thing is, even if your spouse doesn't have it or your children doesn't have the citizenship of a country that can come to Canada visa free, you can actually bring them in. Once you find a job here, you can apply for them to come and join you with this program. So it's not totally a downside to that. So now my advice, when you're in Canada already, you have to look for a job. So after you find a job, make sure you try to find a job that they will be willing to kind of sponsor you for PR. That is very important, because depending on the agreements your country has with Canada, you will either be issued 1 year visa or 2 years visa. Now, my advice is this: in order for you not to spend all your 1 year visa quickly, what you can do is this. When you're coming from your country, when you're coming into Canada, your work permit has been approved. That's good. But when you're coming into Canada, don't come and activate your IEC. Just come like on a neutral ground, because already you can come into Canada visa free, right? So you have your ETA that you can use to come into Canada. You can apply for your ETA online. It's usually very easy. Any country that does not require a visa to come to Canada will always get ETA maybe in a few minutes. So apply for your ETA, travel to Canada based on that ETA, and just come like a visitor. Okay, you have your work permit in there but don't activate it yet, just come in as a visitor. So when you're here, try to look for a job, because as a visitor you can actually stay here for 6 months. So within that 6 months, try to find a job. But when you find a job, let's say after 2 months in Canada or after 1 month in Canada, tell your employer, okay, I have the work permit, but before I start working, do not start working before activating your IEC. Okay, so once the employer has agreed to offer you the job, what you can do is now go to the port of entry to tell the immigration that I want to activate my IEC. Even if you don't have a job, you can actually go to port of entry anytime to activate your work permits. Okay, once you come in, your 1 year work permit that has been issued will not start running if you come in with your ETA. That's one thing you need to know. So once you're here and you find the job, you can go to the employer, let them know I have the work permit, but once you are going to give me the job, I'm going to go to the immigration to activate my work permit. So let's say after 3 months of getting into Canada, you find the job, all the 3 months doesn't count towards your work permit. The moment you now go back to the port of entry to activate it, that is where your 1 year or 2 years work permit will start running. It means you have enough time to look for a job that will give you sponsorship and to file for your PR during that process. So guys, let me know if you have more questions. Of course, I'll be happy to do additional video to enlighten you guys more. I'm so happy to do that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video, inshallah. Thank you. Bye.